I forgot to. That was my bad. I forgot to remove that content. I removed the other one.
That was from last week.
Yeah, that gave
Or
you.
that was from 3-4 weeks ago.
Yeah. Last episode, which was
Episode.
2 chapters ago and like a month ago.
Okay, go sit down. Daddy will
Okay.
give you a treat.
In
Go sit down.
my defense, for us not having streamed for ages, into your show bed. Come over here, over here. Who's your good girl? Who's your good girl? You a good girl. Go over there. Over here, over here, over here. Sit. And there she is, eating the treats. Yeah, so in my defense for not streaming over the last couple weeks, I was recovering from laryngitis, and Thursdays happen to fall on days like I stream on Wednesdays with Cirrus for
And
usually
that apparently takes
usually 2 hours. Well, it makes more money than this stream. Love you.
I'm not as important.
We have a grand total of 13 viewers right now. I usually have over 100 for my streams on Wednesday.
But those are very special 13
They
viewers.
are special 13 viewers. I'm not saying they're not, but they ain't like drop me $500 a super chat every week, rich sort of things. So,
You see how he talks about you guys? Jeez.
yeah, I appreciate them for who they are, not for their money.
They just
Is
don't
that a
take,
problem?
They just don't take priority in your life.
So do you appreciate me for who I am or for my money?
For your money.
Rich ass motherfucker. No, no, I'm not. Yeah, okay. So I was fighting laryngitis, and when I would get better, and then I would stream with Cirrus, and then I would record the script for my regular Friday videos, and then I'd be like, I feel like my voice is going away again. I don't think I can stream today. And then we would skip. And yeah, tomorrow's video on my channel, you will hear in my voice that it's not well.
It's not?
No. I sound like I have a frog in my throat the entire time.
You know how to fix that?
Take the frog out of my throat.
No.
Salt water? Is that where you're going?
Oh, that's a really good one.
Because I was gargling salt water. Also honey.
Mm-hmm.
Tea.
I've been told that blowjobs are really good for that. You should give one to someone.
Yeah, but the people that tell you that are liars, including when I've said it. And usually when I have said it, I have followed that up with, no, that is absolutely not true. Because as much as cream is the euphemism, it is not creamy. It is very acidic. So yeah, no, it's not good for.
I love that you go into the scientific reasons as to why it's not actually effective.
Yeah, I mean it's. But like, there are scientific reasons as to why giving a blowjob doesn't actually make your throat better.
You. Okay.
Well, this is another sex chapter. This should be a fun sex chapter because this is Sharon trying to tell us how to be creative with the sex, but also she has to work within the confines of what Christians think is acceptable for sex. So, $5 says she does not endorse having anal sex or any sort of anal play anywhere in there, which can be fun. I wonder if she even endorses oral sex. I could see her endorsing oral sex. I could see her being that progressive.
I don't kind of like where she's starting though.
I know. I read the first couple sentences as well.
So we're gonna get creative today.
Mm-hmm.
When I mentioned how God created the intricacies of man and woman in the beginning of this section, I forgot to mention man's largest sexual organ.
The brain.
The brain.
It's Pinky and the brain. It's Pinky and the brain. One is the genius.
If I'm the brain, who are you?
I'm Pinky. Have you seen the theory that Pinky was actually the genius and Brain was the one who was insane?
No.
And so Pinky's whole thing is like being
just goes along with it.
Being the foil who like plays along with it, but like finds ways of like acting like an idiot to stop him from being it. So Pinky's actually a good guy, stopping Brain from taking over the world by like.
Huh. Now I gotta rewatch it.
Yeah, it's the same with the Star Wars thing that's saying that Jar Jar Binks is actually a secret Sith Lord who is.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
That one also makes sense.
Okay, the brain. I love your brain. So nice and big.
Throbbing.
And throbbing. Oh, love your brain.
It's probably veiny as well.
Hot wired
Like
to
my
the
brain
brain
veins.
are his eyes, which run a direct circuit to his private parts below.
I mean, there's not a circuit directly from the eyes to the penis, but like technically speaking, isn't every single part of your body hot wired to the brain? Because like that's how the body works.
I thought she was gonna go into like
No, she's just going to be like,
stimulating conversation.
yeah, no, she's going with the most shallow interpretation of the brain being the largest sex organ as possible. Actually, technically, the skin is your largest sex organ.
True.
Because skin is bigger than a brain, surface area wise,
Mm-hmm.
possibly volume wise as well. But yeah, the brain is the most important sex organ. But like she's just going with, yeah, your eyes connect to your brain, and men like to see naked ladies.
God created men as visual creatures. They like what they see, and they see what they like.
I mean, sometimes I see things that I don't like.
I know.
It's kind of my job, actually. Like I was just like I was
You
bothering
were.
I was bothering you while you were trying to do your schoolwork about how much I don't like the transitions that the guy who I'm responding to uses, because like they're just obnoxious, and he cuts himself off at the end of the word and starts the next thing. Like there's a bit of a segment where he's saying two things at the same time for like a split second, and so there's no good spot for me to interject my thing. But like, I don't know, it just drives me nuts. And it's not that I can't interject my thing that drives me nuts about it. It's that I don't see why anybody likes that style to begin with. It's just obnoxious.
Maybe he's just bad at editing.
He could be.
This is why men in general like to make love with some light on in the room. Really and truly, I don't think men care. I'm not saying they don't like it, but like, if you said no lights, they're not gonna be like, oh no, I must have light. They'd be like, sure, whatever.
Yeah.
Right, photos? That's what they say.
I mean, yeah, no, I could do.
I mean, granted, I'm the same way. I'm like,
I could do the sex in the glaring overhead light. I could do the sex in the complete dark.
yeah, you just want the sex.
Yeah. I mean, it's nice to be able to see what's going on.
I feel like more men probably do need the lights on so they can see what's going on.
Yeah, I could see that.
'Cause
Get
the
it.
target gets missed a lot.
Are you sure the target gets missed, or is it, oh no, that was the wrong hole?
Oh, I
Whoops.
was talking about the other target.
Oh.
The little
Do
target.
you think the light would help the guys that can't find that?
I don't know.
Like, as we've discussed numerous times on this before, it ain't hard to find. If they're having trouble finding it, it's because they aren't looking.
I don't know.
So like
know.
having more light won't help with that.
No, I'm not the one down there. I don't know what they need. This is why a man exhausted from an arduous day in the office or on the field can catch a glimpse of his wife undressing and be ready and raring to go.
I mean, women can be like that too, but also there are times when I'm exhausted from a long day of working or whatever that like there have been times when you have approached me and you've been raring and ready to go, and I've been like, I don't really feel it right now.
That's because you're not visually attracted to me, and I just didn't do it for you.
But you do though.
Not according to Sharon. Because
I also like.
if I did, then
I
you would
also
be
like-
rearing to go.
I also like your most important sex organ, your brain.
I thought you were gonna go with my vagina.
No, your brain. I mean, I like your vagina too, but your brain is my favorite part of you.
Not the boobs.
I like them too.
Yeah, they're okay. I like them too. Whatever.
We've already had this conversation. I'm not really a boob man.
Everybody's a boob person.
You're speaking so quietly today. What's wrong with you?
Oh, I'm fucking exhausted. I am exhausted.
Yeah, but you're like whispering.
Because I'm fucking exhausted.
Away from the microphone and whispering.
Because I'm exhausted.
The-
I don't know how else to tell you that.
I don't know if you're ever going to learn how to use a microphone. It's like yesterday she was like facing away from the microphone to talk. Today she's
I
whispering at
wasn't
the
facing
ceiling.
away. I was giving the audience.
You literally faced directly away from the microphone.
Yes, because I was giving the audience a view of puddles because she was on my shoulder.
Zen Lizard says, welcoming head bobs to all late, but here. Yeah, you might be late, but we're only like we've been streaming for 12 minutes now and we're like 2 sentences in.
No, we're on the second paragraph.
Okay, what's that? 3 sentences then?
I don't know. Okay, this is why advertisers use beautiful women to sell cars, trucks, razors, and a passel of other products.
Yeah, because you never see sexy half-naked men on the cover of romance novels that are geared towards women.
And that is why I am telling you it's not about the kids.
Oh,
It's about their husbands.
this is a callback. You have to watch our stream from yesterday to get that.
Create a lovely atmosphere. It is amazing what a simple candle can do. He wants to see you, and I don't know anyone who doesn't look better by candlelight than overhead light. So only seeing partial bits of me looks better than seeing my whole me?
Well, I mean, there is a quality of light issue. Like, as someone who dabbles in hobbyist photography, you never want to have, like, the worst pictures are the ones where you have the flash that's just direct on to the subject you're taking the picture of. So the light is very harsh. There's no shadows to give contour to anything.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas like a light coming from the side, or you bounce the flash off the ceiling or something like that, it adds shadows, which creates contour and depth and makes it more interesting to look at. Same idea with the candle there. Instead of a glaring overhead light that's lighting everything up perfectly, you get the little flicker of light that creates contours and...
So one candle.
Well, you're probably more than one.
She says a candle, a simple candle.
Yeah, I know, but like we've already established in previous chapters that Sharon ain't the thinky type.
He wants to see you, and I don't know anyone who doesn't look better by candlelight than by overhead light. Consider creating a lovely atmosphere in your bedroom. Avoid making your sleeping quarters the catch-all for the laundry, mail, or records. We failed.
I mean,
we failed. We
well,
failed
no,
hard.
it's not the catch-all for the mail or records. The mail ends up in here.
It's true, but it is for the laundry and everything else.
Yeah, and as far as records go, how's my inbox of need to scan receipts looking?
I don't know. It's tax time. You better start scanning those.
Yeah, I know.
Avoid. Yeah. No. Consider making the bedroom the most beautiful room in the house with attractive furnishings, warm lighting, and cozy, welcoming bed linens. I'm trying, but he won't let me.
Orange. It's a warm color.
No.
She said warm.
No.
And I changed the light fixture and put in those warm yellow, or like warm tinted white bulbs in the new one.
Yeah. But we still need to paint the bedroom.
Well, we need
and you
to,
won't let me buy any new
We need to
furniture.
fix that water leak first.
You won't let me buy any new furniture. I can't get my little cupboard things that I want.
I literally said you could get that.
No, you didn't.
It's in our fucking renovation budget. Or is that the one for the dining room?
That's the one for the dining room.
Oh, okay. Well, then maybe I didn't say that.
Create a lovely wife.
Create a lovely wife. Oh, you have to make yourself lovely.
I'm fucking delightful.
I know.
Why am I creating anything? Sandra Aldrich. Hold on. Okay, Sandra Aldrich, which was speaking at a women's retreat when a lovely young woman approached the podium. She took her offered hand and then whispered, "I really appreciate what you just said about the importance of the sexual side of marriage, but I've gained so much weight after our 3 boys that I don't like my husband to see me."
Oh, is this where she fat shames and says everybody should lose weight? Or is she just going to be like...
I don't know. I'm waiting for
a good husband.
The confession surprised Sandra, and she responded, "But you're beautiful." The woman stared at Sandra, wanting to believe her words. "I mean it," she assured her. "You are a lovely young woman. Sure, your body isn't a size 8, but it's produced 3 healthy little boys. Is your husband upset?" The woman shook her head. "No, he acts as though I'm still the size I was when we married. The problem's mine," she gestured to her hips.
Okay, so surprisingly body positive.
I know, I'm like, I want hips. Can I have them? "Honey, stop putting yourself down," Sandra insisted. "You are beautiful, so don't let those few extra pounds..."
Do you think she said it with that inflection?
I don't know.
Oh no, this is Sandra. This isn't Sharon. This is Sharon telling someone else's story again.
Yeah.
I forgot.
let those few extra pounds put a barrier between you and your don't let a few extra pounds put a barrier between you and your husband. Sandra lowered her voice to match the young
There's
woman's.
a joke in there about there being a physical barrier with the extra pounds. Because it does make some certain positions more difficult if there's extra weight in certain places.
Okay, then don't do those ones.
I know. I'm just saying there's a joke about physical barriers.
Sandra lowered her voice to match the young woman's and gave her some woman-to-woman advice about what a husband wants. What does a husband want, Sandra? As she blushed, she gave her arm a little squeeze. Tonight, you just forget about the size of your thighs and love your husband the way he wants you to, and the way you want to. Make that man glad he
He what?
Make that man glad he babysat today so you could come to this retreat.
She talks about fathers as though they babysit their kid. No, that's just no. That's
But everything
so
else was really
cringy.
good, Sandra. Everything else up until that point.
Cringy.
It is.
No, they're your kid. I don't even refer to looking after your kids as babysitting because they are now also my kids.
Mm-hmm. Yep. But we also got to look at the positive. She was very body positive. We like Sandra for
okay,
the most
but like,
part.
make men be responsible.
Yep. I dare say if this woman followed through, her husband will be busy signing his wife up for every woman's retreat that comes along.
Yeah, if they're all the ones like Sharon and Janus, where they say you're not ever allowed to say no to sex, then like, yeah, you can go to all those retreats that tell you to have lots of sex with me, whether you feel like it or not.
Wouldn't you like that? No.
No, I wouldn't. I like you as a strong, independent woman. So thank you very much.
I don't want to be. Stop making me be so strong and independent. I don't want to be a capable human being.
Says the person who's trying to become a therapist.
Shh. According to a Psychology Today survey, more than half of all American women dislike their overall appearance. I've overheard that when a man looks in the mirror, he focuses on his best features, but when a woman looks in the mirror, she focuses on her worst.
Nah, I see my love handles and my back acne.
I'm guilty as charged.
I don't really look in the mirror and do that thing where like you picture yourself with all the muscles or whatever. Like,
You've got love handles?
Yeah. I'm kind of pear shaped. So like I kind of like. I really notice it in the picture that.
You and I have a very different definition of pear shaped.
Okay, so I'm a skinny pear, but it's still pear. It's the same general outline. Yeah, no, but there was that picture that Rory took of me when your kid was like, I was trying to get her dressed, and was like, okay, what clothes do you want to wear? I want to wear Papa clothes. And so I like put my arms over and like we ran around the house with me draped over her being her clothes and destroyed a bunch of things and made like just caused trouble. It was fun. I think she was picturing the Bluey bad mood episode.
Bad mood, yeah.
So like she was picturing that, but she didn't say it in those terms. So like we did cause some trouble.
That was cute.
But like Rory got a picture of me from behind doing that, and I just look at myself in that picture and I'm just like, oh, is that what I look like? Ugh.
Maybe I need to start doing you from behind.
You need to start doing it from behind?
Doing you from behind.
Oh. Do you want to?
I don't know.
So we found this on the floor. It is a GoPro thing, but she did not know it was a GoPro thing. And yeah, you probably could get a dildo that mounts to a GoPro thing, and then this probably would fit on like you could probably use this as a strap on. But yeah, there we go. You just strap a dildo onto here.
My man.
Jess is like, Rhino discussing pegging on stream. Yep, this is a Rhino stream. Yeah, Less Than Lucid says, has a dad bod despite not being a father. Guess that makes me a faux pas. I have heard that one before. I have a Bluey shirt that
I'm like, nobody explained to my mom what pegging is, please.
Oh, yeah. God damn it. I always forget that your mother watches these.
Well, sometimes.
That's the thing. I have no problem getting in front of my audience of thousands of people in my regular videos and saying the most disgusting, degrading things about myself. But then I'm like, as soon as I might know someone in reality that would watch the video, and it doesn't matter. It's not like, oh, I don't want my mother seeing these videos because she's going to be judgy of me. It's like anyone. I could just meet like random person in the street and be like, what do you do? I'm like, I make YouTube videos. If they ask me what my channel is, I'm like, it's kind of niche. You probably won't like it, and so I'm not going to tell you. So like, I don't like people that I can see face to face actually seeing my videos. So tell Gabby to stop watching.
You see me face to face.
I know, but you're in my videos. That's different.
Look into my eyes. Tell me what you see.
A pupil, the iris, the sclera, the lens, the cornea. No, I don't see the cornea.
When it comes to sexually fulfilling our husbands, they are much less concerned with the extra pounds or the cellulite that we may think. Don't get me wrong. As we have already discovered, men do want an attractive spouse. However, inner confidence is incredibly irresistible to a man. Ooh, Sharon.
Yeah, so again, this is contradicting her earlier chapter that she was talking about physical attractiveness, because like I remember that episode we were all just like, yeah, no, I don't really like, sure, I do enjoy supermodel shaped women or whatever, but like I don't care. It's about personality. Like I don't care how hot you are if you got an ugly personality. I'm not going to be attracted to that. And I think we brought up the time I was watching a porn video that like they were chatting beforehand and you got to see, and it was like one of those like, oh, this might be interesting to like, it gets a little bit real. And it was like, oh, she listens to Joe Rogan and actually likes what he has to say. Like, okay, I'm no longer attracted to this porn actress. Bye-bye.
Goodbye. I said good day. So let's look at a few ways to boost our confidence in the lovemaking department to accentuate the positive. One way for a woman to prepare her mind and emotions for an enjoyable evening of lovemaking is to make herself beautiful. Take a bubble bath. Spray on a favorite cologne. My partner would hate me.
Yeah.
Put on enticing lingerie.
Well, okay, if it's like very small amount of like a vanilla scented perfume sort of thing, I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah, but there's a difference between
then,
wouldn't mind and be like, oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah, but then there's also, well, it depends where you put it too. Because if it's somewhere where I'm going to touch with my hand and then I can smell it on my hand, that's a no.
So what you're saying is, please don't spray anything on before lovemaking.
Because I'll touch anything.
Spend some time at the lingerie store and discover what brings out your best features.
The lingerie store?
Yes, it's the lingerie store.
Was that an accident or?
No, that's what I call it.
Okay.
Because it does not say lingerie, it says lingerie. Okay?
Because English is fucked up, except that's a French word.
It still says lingerie. But he doesn't even let me keep the lingerie on for 5 minutes, you may say. Believe me, more importantly, believe the men from the survey. It is a powerful 5 minutes. He loves it. It shows him that you have given your lovemaking some forethought. Besides, who doesn't like to unwrap a package?
Yeah, I'm just thinking there are forms of lingerie that you can keep on through the entire act. And sometimes that's nice.
They don't seem very comfortable.
No, but lingerie is not meant to be comfortable. It's meant to be pretty.
Nah.
And Chasta's saying, I still believe the men of her survey are just Sharon talking in the third person.
No, this was from a Psychology Today. There's a reference number and everything.
Yeah, this is her plagiarized area. She doesn't fake the survey answers in her plagiarized areas.
2. What chapter are we on?
29. Yeah, this is episode 27. We skipped one chapter and did 2 chapters last time. So yeah, we're in 29.
So it looks like she miscited it
Yeah.
because it came from Redbook and not Psychology Today.
So
Or she took it from Redbook, who was quoting Psychology Today.
yeah, I could see
Oh
that.
my God. Jesus.
She's fucking lazy.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, Anubian the 13 just found my Twitch.
Oh, hello.
Hi. Yeah, I have a Twitch now. Sort of.
Powerful 5 minutes, love making. Who doesn't want to unwrap a package? Over the past several years, we've become lazy with our gift presentation.
Oh, Hagen Vanguard just subscribed.
Woo woo.
Who just resubscribed for 4 months, so thank you, Hagen Vanguard.
Who's become lazy with their gifts?
I didn't get you anything for Valentine's Day.
Yeah, I told you I want to experiment on you.
And in the context of this chapter, actually, so what did we do for Valentine's Day yesterday? I rotoscoped an apologist video to make it look like he was jerking off a couple dildos. We then live streamed about politics for a couple hours, which also included a segment analyzing the familial relationship in Bluey to determine whether or not they have an open relationship. And I when I went to the store to buy the stuff for dinner, I saw a guy coming out of the store with a bouquet of Walmart roses in one hand and Ferrero Rochers in the other. And I'm like, yep, he forgot about Valentine's Day. And, like, I acknowledged it and didn't buy anything.
But I specifically said no flowers.
Yeah, but and I also I put my foot down and was like, we are going out for dinner tonight.
He's making me want a date.
Yeah. We have 5 kids. We have no time to ourselves.
I know.
So, like,
I'm just so tired.
We're doing it tonight. Like, who cares about Valentine's Day? We need us time. You don't want to get away from my children going to me. At least it wasn't you this time. Heidi ho.
No, I do want to go on a date with you. I just want to physically feel like going on a date with you.
On the subject of doxing, I don't know if I told you this yesterday or whether it was even on stream or whatever, but I am about to be sponsored by a company that is one of those, like, delete all your information on the internet companies. And as, like, one of the things that they want me to do for the ad is Google my name, take a screenshot of the results, then sign up for their service, then Google my name again and show the difference.
Mm-hmm.
Except I'm such a paranoid motherfucker that when you Google my name, like my real name, almost nothing comes up. You can't even find my personal Facebook page by searching my name. I even paid one of those services that's like, if you give us money, we will search all of the, like, public government records for this person, and nothing comes up. You find that I live in Fort Erie, which, like, you can find that out by looking at the description of every single one of my videos and see where my P.O. box is located.
Yeah.
So I'm almost at the stage where it's like, I could just dox myself and it wouldn't make a difference because nobody could find shit. But I'm still too paranoid for that.
You could do me.
I tried searching you because I was like, okay, well, you know, if I can't do it with myself, maybe I can do it with her. And there's not much on you either.
Because I don't want to be found. Don't ask me why.
It's because you keep signing up for stuff with not your real name and getting tired of it and not posting long enough for it to be actually connected to you. So you ADHD your way out of being found on the internet. I'm just a paranoid person.
Okay, where were we? Damn it.
Know. But Lesson Lucid says going out on a date, that might lead to hand holding.
And then the 8th.
Again, that's a callback to last night.
Okay. So apparently people have gotten lazy with their gift wrapping presentations. I don't know. When I was a child, we painstakingly wrapped our presents with lovely paper and tied them with colorful bows. Today we've moved to the gift bag approach. No, I still fucking wrap all my presents if I can.
No, if we're taking the kids to a friend's birthday party, it's a gift bag.
Did you not see me and Muffin on the floor? Wrapping all their gifts and then putting it in a gift bag with tissue paper and everything on top of it.
For the birthday party?
Yeah.
No.
Anyways, that's what we did.
When my kids go to a birthday party, it's just a gift bag.
Sorry, Sharon, I don't fall in that category. Today we moved to gift bag approach. Plop a present in a bag and stick in 2 sheets of tissue paper and voila. It looks pretty enough, but let's be honest. Do you get more excited pulling something out of a bag or plucking off a bow, ripping through the paper, and tearing off the lid? I'm all for the wrapping myself.
So, I didn't do it this year. I don't think I did it last year, but most years there's always been like one present for the kids that is something that, like, it's a good present, but it'll be something small, like a Switch game, which, like, they're literally this big. But like, I'll put it in a little box, wrap it, put it in a bigger box, wrap it, put it in a bigger box, and there'll be like 4 or 5 layers to it. And that's always a lot of fun.
You know what you should do? You should do that, except make it be like a gift card or something and put it in like the middle box, but like tape it to the box so that when they see the other box, they just automatically assume they got to keep unwrapping.
That's evil.
And then when they get to the bottom, there's nothing.
I love it. Did I tell you what I did to Rory one Christmas?
No. I mean, you might have.
Yeah, she this Christmas she lost both of her. They lost both of their front teeth.
Oh yeah, you did tell me.
Yeah, and so like we hid all of their presents, and just had their 2 front teeth wrapped up under the tree. And when they opened it, because this is just who I am, and they knew me by then, even at that young age, just like wrapped it. Okay, very funny. Now where's the actual presents? Like, I was expecting a reaction or something. It was like, ha ha, come on, make with the real presents.
Okay. Let's think about the gift we're giving our husbands when we crawl into bed. Tired sack of coal.
I was thinking that funny snore noise you made the other night. It's like, you know that thing that really, really talented like throat singers can do, where they're like singing 2 notes at the same time, sort of thing, by like playing with the resonance in their voice? She snores that. And I thought it was a child, and because like I can hear her snore, there's a normal snore noise, but I'm also hearing what sounds like a child. But since she's snoring, it can't be her. Like, which child? No, that's actually coming from her.
I'm multi-talented. What can I say? Gift bag or beautifully wrapped present? How about neither? Just the present. The end result will be the same, but oh, the fun and excitement he'd have peeling off the wrapping. Now, don't get me wrong. Most men would just be satisfied with the gift bag approach. Proverbs 5:18 tells a man...
Wait. A gift bag in this analogy could just be you wearing a dress with no underwear, which can also have its own degree of fun.
Maybe we can get into the sundress debate, because I really want to know why men have a thing for sundresses.
Because they're cute.
I don't know. I mean,
I wouldn't say I have a thing for a sundress, but like
apparently it's the thing. Cute. So you know how it's like, oh, gray sweatpants season? Apparently sundresses are like the equivalent to gray sweatpants season.
All right, well,
I don't know.
They're cute.
Proverbs 5:18 tells a husband to rejoice in the wife of his youth.
How many times has she quoted that verse?
A lot. I just think we should give him something to rejoice about. Me. Rejoice about me. Did she miss that?
What it said.
Did she miss that? You rejoice.
Well, the wife of his youth. When I was a youth, I was not married to you. Actually, I'm still not married to you.
No. Damn it, you don't have to appreciate me or rejoice.
Jessa says she knows like 7 verses in the Bible. You're not wrong.
Well, it's because she doesn't agree with the rest of them, and so she's waiting for God to like...
right, I forgot the whole list of things she doesn't like about the Bible.
Okay, create a relaxed woman. Have you noticed that your husband is never too tired for lovemaking?
No, because that's not true.
Just as I have a special compartment for desserts.
She's literally saying that men like sex like women like dessert.
Well, you know, you save that little extra room for dessert.
Okay.
So, just as I have a special compartment for dessert, no matter how much I've had for dinner, Steve has a special compartment for lovemaking, no matter how tired he may be.
But what if I'm tired from all the sex?
No, there's more. It's endless. You have this endless reserve for sexy time.
No, I don't, because there have been times. There have
No.
been times when I finished sooner than we would have liked,
Sharon says
and
you've got a special
it
reserve.
hasn't been able to continue for a little while.
You have to tap into your special reserve. Okay?
Is that the prostate?
Maybe. When I'm tired, I'm tired. When Steve's tired, he's never too tired.
Apparently, an ad ran on Twitch right after you said, "Create a relaxed woman."
Was it a give her a massage ad? Because that's...
That would have been
Oh,
apropos.
you know what? In my meeting today, the person was like, "Hey, do you get student benefits that like cover stuff?" I'm like, "You mean I could have gotten massages this whole time?
Wait, you get benefits?
I probably do.
Okay, sign the fuck up for that.
I know. It didn't occur to
Now.
me.
Right now. Pause the stream.
Like, I could be getting massages for free.
Or 80% off, whatever it
Yeah,
is.
whatever. I'm like, fuck, how did I forget about that? God damn it. Okay, where were we?
I don't know.
Oh, Steve just wants to make love, and she wants dessert. Men have an Energizer battery on reserve at all times. See, told you, Sharon said it.
No.
It automatically recharges every day, no matter what.
Yeah, like once every 24 hours, sure. That's not
No
too much.
matter what. So even when you're sick, you have a reserve.
I mean, when I was sick, there was a moment when I was laying in bed.
Ah.
So you're not wrong, but it's not as cut and dry as Sharon is making it out to be.
If your
It's rather moist.
If your husband had been working on a hot asphalt roof replacing shingles in 100-degree heat, took a shower, collapsed in exhaustion on the couch, and then was awakened by his scantily clothed wife with that special twinkle in her eye, he'd be raring to go. It is the eighth wonder of the world.
I've never liked the expressions "the eighth wonder of the world" because, like, nobody can even agree on what the seven wonders of the world are.
No?
No, you know how many sets of seven wonders there are?
Really?
There's like the seven natural wonders, the seven man-made
Oh,
wonders.
yeah.
But
Okay,
then,
yeah.
but then, depending on where you go, they'll have different items on all the lists.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's my little irrelevant tangent where I'm getting mad about the wrong thing.
Well, I agree with Sharon wholeheartedly in her next statement.
That you should wake me up with a blowjob?
Nope.
No, that was the last one. That was the implication there.
Let's face it, being a woman is tiring.
Mm-hmm. Especially when society expects you to cater to your man's desires at the same time as having a career. Like, you still have to be the traditional housewife while working outside the home.
On any given day, we are a housekeeper, interior decorator, laundress, gourmet chef, short order cook, chauffeur, painter, wallpaper hanger, seamstress, nurse, guidance counselor, internal affairs, CEO, financial planner, travel agent, administrative assistant, disciplinarian, preacher, teacher, tutor, spiritual advisor, dietitian, lecturer, librarian, fashion coordinator, private investigator, cheerleader.
Private investigator, what?
Yeah. Where are your children? What they be doing?
Yeah, as long as they're not screaming at each other or completely silent, I don't care.
Yeah, because your kids don't leave the house.
True. Well, I mean, they do when I turn off the screens.
And they go to Granny's house.
No, that's when they say, "Can I go to the library?"
Or like that's my point. Cheerleader, manicurist, pedicurist, automobile maintenance expert, referee, and gift purchasing agent to both sides of the family. Now we're going to be the sex goddess in the bedroom. Take me away.
Haha.
Actually, that might be a great place to start. In the bathtub. On those days when you know that a sexual interlude is probable, why not begin by taking a warm, relaxing bath to help the tension knots dissolve with the soap and bubbles?
Because maybe life is getting in the way and you
Yeah.
don't have time for a fucking
Because
bath.
maybe I'm being an interior decorator, laundress,
Yeah.
gourmet chef,
All
short
that
order
other
cook,
shit.
chauffeur, painter, wallpaper hanger, seamstress, nurse, guidance counselor, interior.
Yeah,
Internal affairs.
et cetera, et cetera. We don't need the whole list again, please.
Oh. Fatigue is a real problem for women. Yes, yes, it is. Here's what one woman's magazine had to say. What's the first thing to go when you're busy, tired, and stressed? If you said sex, you're not alone. An estimated 24 million American women say they don't have time, are too exhausted, or just aren't in the mood for sex. And more than a third of Red Book readers say that being too tired is their number one excuse for not having sex.
Right. Is this another spot where she's quoting the Red Book, quoting someone else?
Let's see. Yes.
Oh,
Tis
and
the-
Amber Borowski wants to know if there was 25 items on that list of jobs that women do.
Oh, God damn it. Okay, hang
Yeah.
on.
Please hold for the next few seconds as she counts.
No, there was more.
Oh,
Way
okay.
more.
Okay. Don't worry, there's a list
That's
of
why it
25.
wasn't put in list form.
Yeah, but there is a list of 25
It
in this
is
chapter.
coming, yeah.
It finishes the chapter. And I think it's a fun one.
So we put it off for later, but later can easily become never. In case you haven't noticed, abstinence doesn't make the loins grow hotter. It just begets more abstinence.
Okay, is that her quoting someone else or is that her own thing? Because that was so forced and bad.
No, it's still.
It's still quoting something else?
Yeah.
Okay, well, the thing she's quoting is forced and bad.
Sex, on the other hand, begets more sex. Studies show that lovemaking elevates the levels of brain chemicals associated with desire. So the best way to
So does
increase
cuddling.
your yearning for sex is to have it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. If you're too tired because you're too busy, I suggest attacking your day timer or calendar with a good sturdy eraser. How are all the things gonna get done, Sharon?
Yeah, let me just not pack food for the kids at school today.
Not drive them there, not pick them up, not take them to their after school.
Well, no, you have to
activity.
drive them there or there will be kids in the house and you can't have sex. What's really wild about this though is that like a lot of the people that would use this book as a relationship book in Christian circles are also like quiverful type people that like they don't believe in contraception and you're supposed to be fruitful and multiply and fill the earth and have as many kids as you can. You know how fucking hard it is to have sex when there are kids around?
Yes.
Yeah.
But also the workload that she has listed is now like doubled or tripled.
Mm-hmm.
So there's even less time and energy. Anyways,
Oh, we've got a child.
I know.
I forgot that we had a child homesick.
I did not. Child, hurry, please. Thank you, child.
Unless you want to be traumatized. Downstairs to your room, please.
We'll make an exception for right now.
Jacolo666 says, with more abstinence, you will make your tail stiff like a cedar, or at least make it move like a cedar. That's a reference to the behemoth passage in Job, where in biblical terms, it's a dick joke about how hippos have really big dicks. But creationists latch on to its tail moves like a cedar to say like, well, hippos have little stubby tails. It doesn't move like a cedar. It's not like a tree. It's like, okay, well, first off, it doesn't say it looks like a tree. It says it moves like a tree, and trees like sway in the wind and stuff. So sure, what have you ever seen a hippo poop? Those things move.
Mm-hmm.
But then,
Glad you sit here watching hippos poop, but okay.
have you never seen a video of a hippo pooping?
No.
It's wild.
Oh wait, no. Yes, I have.
Yes.
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
Yes, I have.
See?
Never mind.
Yeah. People are saying, yeah, it could be a hippo, could be an elephant. I think there's one other thing that it might, no, not rhino. But yeah, I lean more towards hippo. Because it seems to be describing something that hangs out in the water more often than not. And elephants, well, they do love water.
Can you get to the point?
Okay. So there's part of it that's describing it. That's the word that's translated as it moves its tail like a cedar could also be translated, and is in some versions of the Bible, as made stiff or extends. And the verse right before talking about the tail is talking about the strength of its loins and its stones. So like, it's got a big dick is what it's saying. But creationists are like, no, this is proof that it's a dinosaur because it's got a big tail, and hippos and elephants don't have big tails. Like, it's saying it gets big erections, man. And so it just tickles me that they have to latch onto a biblical dick joke to try and make it look like dinosaurs are in the Bible.
What we gonna do about it? What are you doing that someone else could do? What are you doing that is taking valuable time away from your family that needs to be eliminated from your schedule? If you're out of the house more than 2 nights a week, then you're gone too much. Go to a mirror and practice saying the word no. But what if you have to say the no?
What if you're so busy because you're doing all this stuff in the house?
Yeah, or for the house.
Because like you don't go out very often, except for like grocery shopping and taking the kids to.
But like all of the things she listed are things that are done for the house.
Yeah. And
the people within the house. Like
somebody needs to buy the groceries.
Yeah.
And yeah, sometimes it's you, sometimes it's me. It's usually you.
It's usually me.
Because you actually like shopping.
I do. Who's that? Oh. Saying no to a plethora of outside activities may give you just the energy you need to say yes to your husband in the bedroom. But none of the things you listed were outside activities.
Yeah, so you're supposed to do all that stuff and then also have a life on top of that. Which she is now telling you to stop doing because you're not supposed to have a life. Your life is supposed to be sexually satisfying your husband after you take care of the house.
If necessary, mark specific days on your calendar for intimacy. This may sound too planned and too predictable for some folks. After all, isn't making love supposed to be passionate and spontaneous? Sometimes it is and sometimes it isn't. I dare say your husband will be happy either way. We make regular appointments for checkups, haircuts, aerobics classes, and lunch dates with friends. Doesn't it make sense to make working to improve or maintaining a strong marriage part of your busy schedule? Create a healthy woman. God intends for a woman to enjoy
eat your vegetables.
Intimate sexual experiences with her husband. There's no other explanation for that small organ just above the opening of the vagina.
Does she know about the clitoris?
Yeah, we already talked about the clitoris.
Did we?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I mean,
she told men where to find it.
Okay.
He put it there for your pleasure. So if you are having difficulty in this area, you shouldn't be embarrassed or ashamed to seek medical, psychological, or even spiritual intervention. Okay. Cool.
No, don't go to your pastors with sex trouble. Because there's a good chance that your pastor is a sex pest.
Okay, I'm not saying that, but she is normalizing that this is a possibility.
Yeah, okay,
but
like go to a professional, and a religious leader does not count as a professional unless they are otherwise qualified.
That is right.
Wearing a collar and maybe having gone to seminary school does not qualify you to be a therapist.
The American Psychiatric Association lists 4 categories of female sexual disorder: sexual desire disorder, sexual arousal disorder, orgasmic disorder. That actually sounds kind of fun. And sexual pain disorder. If any of these symptoms occur on a consistent basis, a woman needs to seek medical intervention. Besides physiological problems, a woman may experience psychological problems that come into play. Depression, guilt, stress, past sexual abuse, and premarital sex are just a few conditions that can inhibit.
Premarital sex won't inhibit anything unless it's been stigmatized in your community, and so you're feeling guilt and shame that doesn't need to be there about it. Which, if you are feeling that is a reason to go to therapy for it. But like, It's not to be like the premarital sex was bad, to just accept that that's a thing that you did and it was okay. And lumping that in with sexual abuse is just gross.
Insert rhino disclaimer.
It wasn't a disclaimer. That was me being mad at Sharon for trying to liken premarital sex to abuse.
Well, I don't know that she was likening it, because she also talked about depression, guilt, and stress.
It's in a list of bad things.
Yeah. Are just a few conditions that can inhibit enjoyable sexual experience. Studies show that 25% of all females are sexually abused before they reach adulthood.
I'm surprised she's actually citing that.
Mm-hmm. In your past, if your past is impeding your present, seek help. Don't suffer needlessly or wait until your husband walks out in frustration. Well, we could have left that last part out.
Oh, Jassa redeemed a hat.
But yes, please. These are all normal things that happen to people. Please seek help if you need it from a medical professional or a mental health professional.
The notifications don't come up for the hats on this stream because I haven't set that up apparently. So I could have just pretended not to see it.
Yeah.
There we go.
Apparently I was reading the book upside
Screw
down.
that.
Men and women are taking more medication than at any time in history because there's more medication available than any time in history. That's kind of how it works.
So wonderful to live in a time when things that in the past weren't able to be treated with medicine are now able to be treated with medicine. It's so nice.
It seems there is a drugstore on every corner in my hometown. People respond differently to various medications, and sexual side effects are common. Okay, cool.
Yeah, and that's a reason to talk to your doctor, and sometimes you need to switch medications. You just switched one of your medications.
I did.
Yeah.
I did. Dr. Judith Richman wrote, many drugs have both a direct effect on our brain and central nervous system and a local effect on our genitalia. And on occasion, that drug's action on one may contradict its effects on the other. For example, an antidepressant might boost our mood and make us more likely to want sex. If it is increasing serotonin levels in the brain, we wind up with lowered libido.
Wait, is she saying it makes you want more sex at the same time as it lowers your libido?
For example, an antidepressant might boost our mood and make us more likely to want sex, yeah. Yet, if it increases serotonin levels in the brain, we wind up with lower libido.
That's those okay. A lower libido and wanting more sex are not two things that happen simultaneously. It's like wanting more sex is literally the definition of libido.
I'm just reading.
Well, she's wrong. Like, yes, there are drugs that will make you want sex less. There are also drugs that will make you want sex more.
Yeah.
And there are antidepressants that will make you feel better and increase your mood that will have a negative impact on your sex drive.
Yes.
But that doesn't make you want more sex.
I'm not disagreeing with anything. Birth control pills might correct certain hormonal imbalances, but may also diminish testosterone levels and libido. On a more local basis, some women find birth control pills increase vaginal lubrication, while others find the opposite to be true, especially if they develop more yeast infections and pain with intercourse. Okay, so we need male contraceptive is what I'm hearing.
Mm-hmm. Snippity snip.
If you're taking a medication of any kind and suspect it may be affecting your sex drive or ability to reach a climax, talk with your doctor. The remedy may be as simple as changing your doses or switching to a different drug. Cool, Sharon. I like what you got to say. Create anticipation. We go from that to creating anticipation. Men operate like...
She's worse at transitioning than I am. And that's saying something, because I am bad at it.
Men operate like a light switch, either off or on.
Nope.
However, women are more like a dimmer switch. You start with just a hint of light, and then the beam grows as the switch is adjusted.
I mean, I know where your fast dim switch is.
No way.
I know where at least two are.
No way.
Yes way.
It takes a man just a few seconds to prepare for sex, but it can take a woman several hours to warm up to the idea. That sucks.
Yeah, I think this is going back to that thing where, like, oh, women, for women, sex starts in the morning.
I mean, don't get me wrong, that's nice too.
Is she quoting this from? This sounds like the men are from Mars, women are from Venus bullshit.
No, so far no quotes on this.
Because I feel like I've heard that before and not from Sharon.
I mean, there's lots of times where I'm like messaging you like, hey, you want to come upstairs? Doesn't take hours.
Yeah, when you message me if I want to come upstairs, there's like a 50-50 shot. Like, it's either going to be, you want me to punch your feet, or you're going to be like, with no pants, leaning off the bed.
I really do like my feet punched, though.
Yeah, but I never know which one I'm going to get.
Oh, damn it. So what's the solution if your husband doesn't understand that sex begins with a hug in the morning and help around the house in the evening? Perhaps we need to start the crock pots ourselves. Begin the day by thinking about the evening and planning accordingly. You know what I've discovered? I simply told my husband that when he helps me out around the house, it makes me want to please him. We're not exchanging favors. I'm not paying him for being a good boy.
I mean, what if that's your kink, though?
Mm.
Call me a good boy and make me do chores.
I will do that. Damn it, I was going to say something. Oh, she's like, I simply told my husband, like, help me around the house and it makes me want to please you. Your husband, you already stated in the beginning of this book that your husband pretty much just worships you. Of course, if you ask your husband, he's just going to help.
The more I think about that, the more I feel like that's not actually the case. That's just her feeling like if she's going to be in the public eye writing a marriage book, she has to present as though she's got a perfect marriage.
Yeah, but she then turned around and told Steve that you don't know what you're fucking talking about. I'm going to tell you how I'm supposed to.
Yeah, I know. So like instead of doing what she should have done, been like, this is how our relationship was not good and we made it better. She's like, oh, I can't ever be seen to have had a bad relationship. So we had a perfect relationship where everything was perfect. So
and I made it
how
more
we made it better.
Perfect.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think that's probably what happened there. If I had to guess.
I don't fucking know. Damn it. Yeah, not everybody's husbands work that way, Sharon. Thank you, though.
Yeah,
when I
like
feel he is loving me by unloading the dishwasher and putting away folded laundry, these have become two of his favorite pastimes. It makes me want to eat him up with a spoon. He's figured this out and whistles as he carries the laundry basket up the stairs in the evening. I don't know how you would use a spoon,
but if you want to eat me up, you're welcome to.
Yeah.
But also, like, I'm the one who's neurotic about the dishwasher.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I don't let anyone else put the dishwasher on. I'm the one that puts it on at night. Mm-hmm. And like my kids have the chores where they.
And I love that because this morning you're like, oh, no one put on the dishwasher, and I'm like, you mean you didn't put on the dishwasher?
Know. Like you could have. I went to bed before you.
Yeah, and I put away the food because everyone leaves the food out.
Yeah,
wasteful.
But like, okay. So for the most part, except for last night, I'm the one who puts on the dishwasher, and I'm neurotic about it. So like when the kids do their chore of unloading the dishwasher and then loading it back up, after they've gone to bed, I then go and reload it because they've done it wrong.
I know. And that's why I don't do the dishes.
And I show them how to do it right, but you know, they're kids, so they don't.
Or you could just accept that this is how they do it.
Or I could reload it so everything gets optimally washed and we're not wasting soap and water.
No, but you'll waste food by leaving it out on the counter.
Well, I cooked it, so you had to put it away.
What about on the days when I cook and I put it away?
I mean, I don't know.
I love you.
I love you too.
Stephen Covey, author of The 7 Habits of Highly Successful People, says.
I met him once.
Yeah?
Yeah. I was working at Queen's Landing in Niagara-on-the-Lake. I was a bellhop. He was giving a talk there. And
you were hopping with a bell?
Yeah. I was... And this was back when I was in the MLM, and his books were always highly recommended. So like I was super excited that he was there. So I like stopped him on his way out. So I'd be like, oh, hi, I'm a big fan, and shake his hand or whatever. And he was not impressed with that. So he basically like he shook my hand and like pushed me aside and kept walking to his car.
Ugh.
So he was a bit of a jerk. But also he was probably trying to escape the conference before all the other people did the same thing.
Yeah, but still, don't have to be rude about it. It says that all things are created twice, first mentally and then physically. The key to creativity is to begin with the end in view, with a vision and a blueprint of the desired results.
Clearly, he doesn't have ADHD. That is not how I create shit.
By creating a visual image of making love with your husband, you will be building anticipation in your own mind and be several steps closer to the desired result.
We could do that in the very literal sense and just have videos. I'm
gonna walk around with a video of us.
I'm a video editor, man. Like, we could set up cameras all over the bedroom, and I could put it together with like multiple different angles.
Yeah, but it's supposed to be so I can think about this all day. So when I'm out grocery shopping, I'm supposed to pull out this video.
Yeah, why not?
No. In Linda Dilwell and Lorraine Pinta's book, Intimate Issues, they tell a story about a woman named Heidi. Oh! She asked her husband Brent what he would like for his birthday present. She expected him to say something ordinary like new golf clubs. Instead, his extraordinary request stunned her. Honey, the only gift I desire is for you to give yourself permission to be a sensuous woman. Heidi's eyes filled
People
with tears.
Don't talk like that.
But her eyes filled with tears.
Also, like, maybe I'm a weirdo, but you ask me what I want for my birthday, like, when it comes around, I'm just like, I don't know, sex. So, like, essentially that.
Yeah,
except
but I'm like,
you already know that you have permission to be sensuous, so
yeah,
you're not going to cry when I suggest that I will give you permission to feel physical pleasure.
Like, when I read that, I more think of like, okay, so what was your love like before, if this brings her to tears?
Yeah, and the fact that, like, she needs his permission to feel okay having physical pleasure.
I don't know.
Like, that is big fucking yikes, I think.
One thing that was so precious to me as I read the responses from the men who completed my survey is that they love their wives. The woman of their dreams is a combination of deeply spiritual and divinely sexual. Those two compartments are not separate. They are one and the same, and I've come to realize that men have a better handle on that than most of us ladies. Sexual fulfillment between a husband and a wife is not only the dream of your man, it is the design of a holy God.
What about between two? No, we already know that she doesn't like gay people. You're like, what about two men or two women? They could be sexually fulfilled in each other. But apparently that's against God's plan.
Mm-hmm.
The same God who made penguins said that we can't be gay.
Oh, the woman of my dreams is sold out for God. She is a spiritual and sexual person, a prayer partner and a sexual partner. Kevin.
I mean, if you do it right, she'll say, oh God.
My wife is the woman of my dreams. I know that she loves and respects me. Our greatest struggle has been our sex life. I wish she understood that I need to be needed in a physical way. I don't want her to view the physical aspect of our life as a chore or an obligation that she has as a wife, but something she looks forward to as a woman. Her innocence as a teenager and young woman attracted.
Oh, please tell me he was a teenager when.
I'm hoping so.
Well.
He doesn't say, but like that felt really creepy.
Yeah, like too often in this, he'll have been like 30 and she'll have been 16.
Even if he was like 22 and 16, yeah, it's still like.
Do you know how many posts I've seen from like couples that are the youth pastor and his girlfriend announcing that they are engaged on her 18th birthday? It's like,
no.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
Okay, so her innocence as a teenager and young woman attracted me, but as the years go by, I guess I long to see her grow into a woman who is not embarrassed by her needs. Ow. So she's still not a grown woman.
Yeah, like, and like when they say embarrassed by her needs, is that like embarrassed to enjoy sex?
I think so.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you weren't part of a culture that shamed everything sexual, Like everything about Christianity is sex bad, sex bad, sex bad, and then you'll find like one chapter in a book like this is like actually sex is okay though.
Like
But
my
only in
head, I'm
marriage.
just like, if you're significantly older than her and you groomed her from a teenager, but she also feels like she's not allowed to get divorced, she just may not want to have sex with you.
Yeah,
Period. Like,
yeah, that could be the
I don't
case.
know. But you worded it very creepily, Al. It might be a legit, you were a teenager, she was a teenager, and you fell in love together. Cool. But how you worded it makes me feel a little suspect, okay?
Mm-hmm.
In a world where there is so much temptation facing men,
No, you need to put the trailer voice on for that. In a world where there's so much temptation facing men.
I think it's important for wives to know when to stop being.
Mothers?
No, I was waiting for you to do the voice.
Oh,
Anyways,
okay.
wife and mom, and start being a lover. Buck.
Buck. Who goes by Buck? I mean, okay, I was going to say who goes by Buck in this day and age, then I remembered all her references to VHSs and tapes and like, okay, this day and age was 90s, I think. No,
It was early, like
early
2001.
2000s, yeah.
Something like it. Okay, here's our list of 25.
25 things that
25 tips for making sparks fly.
use flint.
What's flint? Oh,
It's- For a second there, I was like, do I really have to explain flint to her?
we can mansplain everything else. Come on now. Make the master bedroom the most beautiful. You already told us that. Room in the house. Why do we give so much attention to the living room where nobody goes,
What?
and so little attention to the master bedroom where we spend 30...
Wait. Does she think nobody goes to the living room ever? The living room.
It's essentially where we live before we go in the bedroom.
It's where you sit to like watch TV, spend some time with each other, read books, play games. You live in the living room.
Well, see, she's a family of 3, and her son's already gone.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess like they don't use their living room because like maybe he's outside in his garage
They just-
tinkering and she's in the kitchen. So
And
the
then
only
whenever they're together, they're just lounging around in bed.
yeah,
I mean, that sounds not too bad.
yeah. I told you I wanted TV in our room.
It's not good for you.
I know. I typically don't like it, but we've
Sharon,
got too many
Sharon says
kids.
you need to be healthy, and that's yeah.
Why do we give so much attention to the living room where nobody goes, and so little attention to the master bedroom where we spend almost 33% of our married lives?
Yeah, but the majority of that 33% of the time you're out unconscious.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's not like you're sitting there looking around appreciating how nice it is.
Avoid making a catch-all for unfolded laundry and paper clutter.
So she just copied and pasted that from earlier in her
Yeah.
thing, basically.
The bedroom is for rest and romance. Why can't the couch be for romance? Or the kitchen table? The kitchen counter?
Washing machine,
Office?
desk, stove. Just turn the stove off first.
Yeah, maybe you should explore other rooms of your house, Sharon.
Mm-hmm.
Let's make sure to create an environment that invites both. Invest in some yummy scented candles for the bedroom.
Nope.
My partner would kill me.
I wouldn't kill you. Like you have had scented candles and you've done stuff with them or whatever.
No,
I
it's
don't.
incense.
Okay, whatever. It's still scented crap. And I don't enjoy it, but I know that you do, so I just plug my nose and hold my tongue.
We've already established that most of us look better by candlelight. So let's make it enticing to the sense of smell as
Nope.
well.
It's not enticing.
Play some soft music.
Although I am legitimately curious about the goop candle. The
Oh.
Gwyneth Paltrow, this candle smells like my vagina candle.
Nope, not interested at all.
I mean, I guarantee you it doesn't.
Can someone just send it to him so he can smell it, please?
It's like $100. Don't waste your money on that. I'm not that curious about it.
Play some soft music to set the mood. Make lingerie part of your clothing budget. Can I have a
Don't
lingerie budget?
We don't really have a clothing budget.
So no clothes it is.
I'm okay with that.
Sexy lingerie doesn't have to be expensive, And this is one area where your husband won't mind you spending a few extra dollars, I promise. Well, you don't know my partner.
Also, lingerie is ridiculously expensive.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you can get cheap lingerie, but that's
I
the stuff
also
that's gonna be
remember the
extra
time I was
uncomfortable.
in my sexy undies and you were like, "Oh, are those granny panties?" What? Oh. So you will never get lingerie ever again. And remember, when it comes to lingerie, less is more.
And none. So by
And
that logic, none is
best.
most of all.
Take a bubble bath to relax before a romantic evening. If there's room, make it a bubble bath for 2.
Yeah, there's barely room in our tub for one.
Can we get a bigger tub?
Not really. Where would it go?
But Sharon says that we need to relax together.
Where would it go?
I don't fucking know.
We'd have to like knock down a wall to put a bigger tub in.
Oh, we can make an extension on the office and put like a hot tub in here, but it's just for us.
Well, I mean, yeah, if it's going to be back there, we could have it. We could have it accessible from inside, and then we could do hot tub streams on Twitch. That thing where you're not allowed to be in.
Right off.
You're not allowed to be in lingerie on Twitch unless you're in a hot tub. Well, that's swimsuits, whatever.
Business right off. I get a hot tub. Okay. Reserve one special perfume that you wear only for those intimate nights together. Mint.
Do you want to never have sex again?
No, I'm going to create.
Because that's how you never have sex
I'm
again.
going to create a positive association.
No, it's going to create a negative association with sex.
No, it'll create a positive association because you like sex so much that your love for sex will overcome your hatred for mint.
It will then turn it into any time I feel something nice on my penis, I immediately get disgusted and turned off.
The scent alone will be all the encouragement he needs. You might even want to dab a bit in some unusual places.
Ew.
Scent is coming from.
No. It's like the most disgusting scavenger hunt ever. I can think of things that you can do stuff like that with that would be fun, but like, even people who like the scent, like perfume, I can't imagine it tastes good.
No.
So like when you like kiss the person's neck after they've put perfume on, does that not taste gross?
Well, you're not actually supposed to spray perfume right on you. You're supposed to like mist the air and walk through it.
I've never heard that before, but like even then, it's still on you.
You literally watched an episode of Blackish where he talked about that.
That doesn't mean I was paying attention.
Anyways, I'm gonna like put some mint down there.
No. Mint burns, you know.
I never said in there. I said down there. There's a difference.
Well, down there on the outside, it'll still burn.
No, it'll be fine.
Zen Lizard says, no, the mint perfume will just create a desire to brush your teeth. I use watermelon flavored toothpaste, thank you very much, because mint is the most vile substance on the earth.
Rent a hotel room occasionally. It's not cheap, but it costs less than a divorce.
You don't get a hotel room occasionally, you're going to get divorced.
Oh my gosh. Whew. This is a good chapter.
Yeah, I will say that this is probably the chapter we've agreed with the most out of any of our chapters.
This is especially enticing if you still have children in the home. A one night stand in a hotel room makes a wonderful birthday or anniversary present. You might have a difficult time explaining what you gave him to his friends. No. You just say we got a hotel room. They know exactly what happened.
Right, and then we get on stream and give graphic details, apparently, because that's what we do.
But the
Hi,
grin
stepmom.
But the grin on his face would give it away, regardless. Mother-in-law.
Oh, right, yeah. I guess you're stepmom.
No, she's my mom.
No, you're my kid's step.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
But my mom is your mother-in-law. Silence is not golden when it comes to lovemaking. Let him know what pleases you, that he drives you crazy, that he's turning you into an animal. That's a song he'll play in his heart over and over again.
I do enjoy that.
Yeah, so do I. If you feel uncomfortable begin small, but begin.
Being what?
If you feel uncomfortable, begin small, like small little noises.
It sounded like you said if you feel uncomfortable being, and then you said blah as if you were
No,
like censoring a word that was there.
no, I was going back because being wasn't being, it was begin.
Okay.
Say your husband's name during lovemaking. I love you, Rhino.
Give me the horn.
It's so happening, you know it.
And that's where. Oh, where's the?
I don't know, but my throat is getting sore.
Here we go. So yeah, we were talking about putting a dildo on this, but I could put a rhino horn on this, and we could actually like do that for a stream.
And my throat is getting sore, by the way.
Okay, well we're almost done the chapter.
I just mean I'm probably getting sick.
Oh, yeah, you're getting whatever it is that what's his face has.
Make love in a different room in the house. Ooh, there you go, Sharon.
Like the living room that she said you don't need to make pretty because nobody goes there.
Yeah, that one. Get creative. You would never serve your husband the same meal every night. Think of various ways to serve up his favorite dish. You. Ask your husband what you could do to bring him pleasure. Tell your husband what you find irresistible about his body. Write him love notes.
Love handles.
Write him love notes or invitations on the bathroom mirror with soap. Oh my gosh, can we start doing that? Not with soap, but like
traumatize the children
with Post-its.
You would traumatize my children.
When he's in the shower, hide all his underwear. My brain said hide in his underwear. Why would I?
Just lying on the bed with a pile of underwear on you.
Gross. Not even hide today.
You get a laugh out of me for sure.
Not even hide today. Oh. Yeah. Hide all his underwear. She used that in another chapter already.
Well, hiding in his underwear?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
The same chapter with microwaving his socks.
Oh.
Surprise him by joining him in the shower. She used that one too.
Yeah.
Put a towel in the dryer for a few minutes and then wrap him in it when he gets out of the shower. That was also there.
But I also I enjoy showering together. I don't like it as a surprise. It's like if I'm going to shower by myself, I'm like in the headspace of like, this is some me time.
Right. Yeah. No,
or whatever.
I get it.
And then to suddenly have like, it's not like I would be upset,
Mm-hmm.
but it would be a little bit jarring.
Yeah.
Whereas like if we are like, hey, let's go shower together, then that puts me in a different headspace. And it's like, yeah, let's do it.
I like my time in the shower by myself. It's literally the only time I get time to myself in the house.
It is not. You nap for like 2 hours a day.
That's a conscious time. Conscious time.
But Sharon already said that, you know, the unconscious time counts equally because you spend a third of your life in the bedroom, even though most of that time is unconscious.
I spend more than that. You turn off the television and turn on your husband instead. Cut up all your flannel.
Or do both. Put on a porn. Watch a porn together.
Mm-hmm. But cut up all your flannel nightgowns and use them for dusting cloths.
What?
She's basically saying, don't wear flannel nightgowns, wear lingerie all the time.
So, like the bathrobe that you use as a towel to dry yourself?
No, like my muumuus that I like to wear. She's saying, cut all those up. Use them as rags.
That's stupid. You're not allowed to be comfortable?
Apparently not. Not unless I'm attractive and comfortable.
She's got the mindset of like those 1950s people that are like, oh, you need to put makeup on for your husband to stay at home.
Yeah.
And just lounge around at home. Like, no. Be comfortable if you want to be comfortable.
Give your husband the gift of a fast and furious quickie. While the dimmer switch approach may be more appealing to you, a quick flash of lightning may bring out the beast in your man. Let him growl.
Picturing Simba going.
Make a rose petal path from the back door or whatever door he enters from work to the bedroom. Have the kids visiting a friend for the evening.
Wait,
Okay.
did she just say he can come in the back door?
No, apparently he comes in the back door every evening.
Ooh.
But I'm like, okay, so I am all for romance. Like
Sorry, I just, as we were discussing that, I pictured that song that we watched the music video for the other day. Fuck me in the ass 'cause I love Jesus.
oh, um, so I'm a big romantic. I love romance. But my hatred for cleaning up outweighs my love of romance. So creating a path pedal to the bathroom and lighting 1,000 candles seems like more work than it's worth.
That's one of those things that drives me nuts about movies when they do the romantic scene when there's like hundreds of candles around the room. It's like, especially if they're like real candles, they're not just like electric ones or added digitally later. If they're actual real candles, it's like, you know that wasn't a thing that was possible for one person to do by themselves because you had to hire a team of people to do it.
Yeah. So that being said, I do want to get like the electric candles with a remote so I can do that with like 10 candles all at once. I can just press the button.
Yeah,
because not only do you have to set them up, you have to light them, then you have to blow them all out, and then the next day you have to take them all down. That's a lot of work on top of all the work I have to do already. Fuck that noise. No.
I mean, now I'm picturing that scene from that movie that you made me watch, the Medea.
Yeah.
Where like he leads her to the bathroom so she can take a bath with a string quartet playing there. And that was not played for comedy.
Yeah.
Like, that was a weird movie where like sometimes it was hard to tell what was supposed to be comedy and what wasn't. But like that part was not supposed to be comedy.
I don't really think it was. I think you were just uncomfortable with the comedy.
They went from domestic abuse is bad, very, very bad, very serious, to this lady's beating a child. That's funny. Like, immediately, one scene is domestic abuse is bad. The next scene, haha, it's funny that I'm beating this child. Like, what do I do with that?
That's what I said. You're uncomfortable with the humor.
This could, like, they should have been uncomfortable with the humor. They made the points of why it's not funny in the video right before they did the same thing saying it's funny.
Yeah. But it's also the experience of...
Yes, I am aware that there's a cultural thing there that makes it different, but it, like, no, I feel like beating kids is always not funny.
Okay. I don't know. I got beat as a kid, so...
Yeah, and that's not funny.
Yeah, but some people heal through humor.
Okay. Doesn't mean you do it in a way that perpetuates it.
Maybe white people should just not watch black people shows. I don't know. I don't see it as perpetuating.
It's playing it for laughs, like this is expected. And the fact that it comes right after a serious domestic abuse scene is like, we're aware that domestic abuse is bad. And then they immediately are playing it for laughs like it's funny when we beat children. So like one kind of domestic abuse is not okay, but the other kind is okay. That's kind of like, that's what I was getting out of that.
Yeah, I can see that. But I guess it's also very different in a cultural like sense. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, no, like I said to you right after we watched the movie, like I get that there is a cultural thing where like those kind of jokes are more common and more socially acceptable, but like it's still beating a child.
We'll have to ponder this one.
Okay.
Damn it.
Meanwhile, Sable Eagle, I've said your name a bazillion times, and I think I've said it different each time. It says, now I worry that the humidity from the bath would adversely affect the instruments. Is the bath in a podium or one of the foci of an ellipsoid chamber with plenty of dehumidifier action in the middle? No, they were standing right beside the tub.
Yeah, that I didn't get. I don't know that I've ever actually seen that particular part of the movie before.
Yeah, it was just weird.
Yeah.
And uncomfortable.
It was.
Can we at least agree that that part was not being played for laughs?
Yeah, I don't think that was.
Yeah, it was supposed to be him because
it was supposed to make you feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was supposed to make you feel uncomfortable. Turn off the television. Turn on your husband instead. Cut up all your flannel. Give your husband the gift. Oh, we've already done all that. Make a rose petal bath. Yeah, we did that one too. Place a special invitation in his briefcase before he goes to work or in his suitcase before he leaves on a trip. Let him know that you'll be anxiously awaiting.
Again, I'd have to leave the house for one of those to work.
Well, she's already done that one too in a previous list.
You just leave a note on my Go XLR.
Undress slowly. Undress him slowly.
Those are two separate items.
Yes. Invest in satin sheets. The end.
Or bamboo rayon from whatever the fuck that company is that sponsors all the podcasts that I normally make jokes about, that sort of thing, but I can't remember what it's called. My Sheets Rock. There we go. Go to mysheetsrock.com/vicerhino to not get anything off because I don't have a promo code with them.
Do we want to do the epilogue?
Oh, is that the last chapter?
Yes.
Are we done?
We're done.
How long's the epilogue?
No, I need to take a nap.
It's only a page and a half.
I need a nap.
Are we really going to do a whole stream for a page and a half epilogue?
No, I thought we were just going to fucking end it. I never read the epilogue. Or the prologue.
Let's just read the epilogue.
Fucking
And
you want me to go on a date? God damn.
Yes.
What will the future hold? While I'm doing this, you guys can let us know what we should do next. Another book? Nothing? Just end it here? Or just talk?
Or yeah, no, we've considered the idea of like doing just like a general relationship podcast. And then Tom and his wife went and did that first. It's called Talking Ship. It's actually a really good podcast. But like what they do is they'll like go and read bad Reddit posts of relationships and then kind of roast them. And I'm like, oh, I feel like we would have ended up doing that.
But just because they're doing it doesn't mean we can't.
I know, but then it's derivative.
So your atheist channel and Paul's atheist channel and all of these other atheist channel. Anyways. Bruce and Mary Ellen grew up in the mountains of North Carolina in the sleepy little hollow of Waynesville. From Bruce's first remembrance, he recalls the petite beauty with chestnut hair, Coke bottle figure, and plenty of book smarts.
It sounds like he's describing a horse, except for Coke bottle.
Back in the 1940s, high school only went through 11th grade, with an optional 12th for those who wanted to continue in their studies. Does high school go further than that now?
Yeah, we can do OAC, which is basically grade 13.
Okay.
They call it the victory lap. It's for kids who don't, like, they know they want to go to college, but they don't know what they want to do. So they go back and do more high school while they figure it out.
My high school ended at grade 12. The end. Back in the 1940s, school ended 11th grade with an optional 12th for those who wanted to continue in their studies. Since Mary Ellen was one grade behind, Bruce made the decision to stay one more year to continue his studies. Of course. Yeah, that's why he stayed. Bruce and Mary Ellen were a stunning couple. His muscular build with 32-inch waist and 6'4" stature.
Okay. I'm sorry. 32-inch waist is scrawny, not muscular.
Towered over Mary's 5'3", with curves in all the right places. No one was surprised when Bruce asked Mary Ellen to be his bride just a few days after her graduation. On a beautiful November afternoon in 1943, they became husband and wife. When they say those words, "till death do us part," they meant it. It was a vow made to one another and to God, and the thought of anything other than lifelong commitment to each other was inconceivable.
And then they had a fight.
No matter what. It was wartime when Bruce and Mary Ellen tied the knot, and 11 months after they were married, Bruce was shipped off
to Vietnam.
No, Aleutian Islands? Aleutian?
Sure.
Islands? For the next 18 months, the newlyweds corresponded through U.S. mail. Not Canadian mail?
It's so weird the details she decides to include versus leave out. Like they corresponded with letters. Is how I would have said that. They had Mel Gibson delivering their letters on horseback.
Was it Mel Gibson?
In the Postman? I think so.
Was it?
No,
Wasn't Kevin Costner?
I'm pretty sure that was Mel Gibson.
There were no telephones, emails, or instant messaging. The communication of two hearts depending on prayer, pen, and
Oh,
paper.
no, that was Kevin Costner.
Oh, I thought so. It was.
Wasn't Mel Gibson in one of those patriotic, old-timey...
I'm sure he was. But The Postman was a apocalyptic type movie.
Well, I'm thinking of the one that, like, it involved a guy, like, his job, he was a postman, but it was, like, American Revolutionary War era.
Yeah, that's not The Postman.
Oh, right, I forgot Mel Gibson's in Father Stew.
In one of his many letters, Bruce asked Mary Ellen to send him a photograph of her legs, which she did. Never was a man so happy as when Bruce got off the bus when to Mary Ellen's
when Bruce got off with her leg pictures.
Walked to Mary Ellen's grandparents' house and saw his bride come bounding down the steps to her in her nightgown to rush into his hungry arms.
So I said it was like one of those old-timey patriotic movies. It's literally called The Patriot.
Oh, yeah, he was in The Patriot.
I remember that now. Thank you, Kitsune.
Never again were they apart for an extended period of time. Bruce went right to work when he arrived back in the United States, but he had a dream to go to college. 3 years later, even though they now had a 2-year-old baby girl in tow, Mary Ellen encouraged him to follow his dreams. Bruce graduated from college with a master's in education and then for the next 39 years served as a teacher, a coach, a high school assistant principal, and junior high principal. Through the years, Mary Ellen had
Does this have a point? Maybe
I don't know.
Skip the epilogue.
I didn't want to fucking read it, but now we got to finish it.
Okay.
Through the years, Mary Ellen had various jobs, but she retired after being with one company for 25 years. Together, they raised 4 wonderful children, and one of them became my husband on a beautiful summer day in August of 1980.
Okay.
In November of 2003, she's just telling us about their life. We celebrated Bruce and Mary Ellen Janus' 60th wedding anniversary. I was in the throes of writing and was hit by the realization of the living example of what I hope this book will help others accomplish. Mary Ellen was and is the woman of her man's dreams, and she has been for 60 years. Faces lined with years, embraced cheeks to cheeks.
Can we just say how fucked up it is that she like wrote a graphic description of that time when her parents-in-law had sex after reuniting from being apart for a while?
Well, she didn't actually write it.
No, she got as graphic as she's allowed to get.
I don't know. She was scooping out the vaginas in the other chapter.
True, yeah, but like she's describing her mother-in-law as be like she came down in her sheer negligee, and like, I know that's not what she said. It's like I don't know.
Oh.
It would make me uncomfortable to write stuff like that about your mother.
Me?
Who may be watching this.
Me? I talk about my mom's sex life with her.
No, you write that about my mother.
And she woke up and made tea for herself.
The
end.
She doesn't drink tea.
Whatever.
I mean, maybe she does now, but like not often. And it won't be one with caffeine.
Shh. Shh. Oh my gosh, living example. Faces lined with years, embraced cheek to cheek, weathered hands and arthritic fingers intertwine, and slow but steady gates serve as a picture of enduring love in the winter of their lives. Like a rare treasure, their legacy of commitment and enduring love is an inheritance they leave to 4 grown children and 5 grown grandchildren.
When you said cheek to cheek, I was picturing butt cheeks. Just for the record.
Oh, and that picture of her legs that Mary Ellen mailed to Bruce in 1944 when he was off at war, he still carries that photo in his wallet today. Imagine with me for a moment. Think ahead 20, 40, 60 years. What do you see? Your marriage is becoming what it is going to be, and so much depends on you. Building a wonderful marriage cannot be achieved by one party alone.
Let's archive our marriage.
It takes 2. It takes that back. I take that back. It takes 3. A woman who's committed to becoming the woman of her man's dreams, God who longs to give her the power and creativity to do so, and a man who clings tightly to both.
Okay. I was really hoping that she did the man second there, because I was going to finish with like, and Jesus or whatever, but she did God in the middle.
I pray that you and your husband's lives will be so intertwined that you will not be able to see where one ends and the other begins. Dear Lord, I hope not. And that is, and that your hearts will beat in tandem with each other's to the metronome of God's pulse.
See, in order for that to happen, you'd have to like play video games with me.
And
I know
then
that you
one
don't really
day,
like those.
as your husband, well, I'm supposed to enter your world.
I mean, that just might be pegging again.
And then one day, as your husband reflects on the years you've invested, he will say, many women do notable things, but you, my dear, surpass them all. The end. The end.
We're done with Sharon. What do we do next?
Ugh.
We take a nap as well.
I've decided. Yeah. I've decided that you need to get tested for autism.
Okay.
Because I don't want people to think that we're making fun of people who are autistic.
Well, we're not.
We're not. But it could be interpreted that way.
Okay.
So I would like you to get tested so that I can make these jokes
So you can. So
in
you can.
good faith. True story.
To literally have to get tested for autism for my channel.
Tax deductible. It's free.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, what do you think this is? The States? Striker031 just subscribed. Thank you,
Yay!
Striker31.
But we need to know what we're doing if people are subscribing.
Yeah, I don't know. Do we have any other Christian relationship books in the house? I'm sure we do somewhere.
We had something. We could read Women in Madness. It's not a Christian book, it's a psychology book.
All right, let's see. I think I can do a poll in the. Yeah, start a poll. What next?
Christian sex book.
Another book.
Nothing.
Random Reddit/blogs. Only 2 options?
What?
Can I not do? Oh, you know what? It's my stupid add-on thingy. I couldn't see the add a new.
I don't
add
know, but
option thing.
is your water here?
Is my water here? No.
God damn you.
Why?
I told you my throat is starting to hurt.
Okay.
You don't listen to me.
I know your throat's starting to hurt, but why is my water for that? Okay, so options I'm giving are another book, random Reddit/blog posts, or off-the-cuff relationship talk.
Or nothing. Maybe they don't want to hear us anymore.
Or we just end.
Yeah.
But that's not an option. It's too late to add it. And I'm not typing all that out again.
If you guys want us to end it, just send lots
Kitsune
of heart.
Cavalier says, wait, does testing for autism count as mental health? Is Canada cover that? So Canada does not cover very much in the way of mental health. There is some. So like, for instance, there's an organization in Niagara called Pathstone that does CBT, which is, what's it called? What does it stand for? Cognitive behavioral therapy. If you or your child needs therapy, we can do therapy through Pathstone for like, I think it's a maximum of like 6 sessions before you have to pay for it. But like, that's one of those things where it's like, okay, like, no, you're not going to fix my brain in 6 sessions. Like a lot of times, like particularly in our family, the issues we are looking to go to therapy to resolve are not like one and done sort of issues. It's like an ongoing, constant need.
But I think, so if you're referred by your GP, I think the testing is free.
Yeah.
But if you just decide, hey, I want to go get tested, you have to pay for that.
Yeah. So if I go through the GP, then yes, I can.
Yeah. I think that's kind of what they were asking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sublegal is saying a non-religious sex book. I don't know. I feel like that would just be an entire stream of us
talking about
giving
our sex
too
life?
much information. Which, not that this isn't already that, But like, I don't know.
I don't know either.
Let's see. The poll has 10 votes, which is about a third of our current viewers. So,
What should we do next
off the cup
time?
relationship talk. So with that, I'm thinking that like we would come up with like a general topic and then just have a conversation about that.
Or they could
And-
email in a topic.
Yeah.
What do you guys want to hear us talk about?
And maybe, just maybe, we could start a Patreon for this show and do like patron extras where we do a book as a patron thing and just do the general. Yeah. CBT is cock and ball torture, apparently.
Yeah, just a baby. Just a baby.
Yeah, according to Mark. So I guess that's one of those things that like these initialisms often have different meanings in kink communities than they do in anywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
And I forget what the last one that I ran into with that was, but it was pretty funny. Anyway, yeah, about 54% of people are saying off the cuff relationship talk. So we've got 13 votes. Kitsune Cavalier saying I should find you in Twitch. It's easy. Twitch.tv/ViceRhino is the Twitch. And yeah, sorry to my 7 Twitch viewers who aren't getting the poll right now. I don't have the Twitch thingy open. Actually, no, maybe I could. Manage poll. There we go. Create a new poll. I can do it from OBS. What next? Another book.
Puppy that needs attention.
Reddit. And blog posts. Off the cuff relationship.
You're a big girl now, aren't you? I'm a big girl, Mom. I'm a big girl.
Say duration 2 minutes. Start poll.
I'm a big girl. Look at me.
So yeah, poll started. I don't actually see the poll. Am I gonna have to actually look this up? Do I have to go to my own Twitch? Ugh. Cringe. Pause. Where's the chat? Where's the chat? Where's the chat? Hello.
Little baby.
Where the fuck is the chat? Where's the Twitch chat?
Where's the Twitch chat? Twitch chat, where are you?
God damn, I don't know what's going on. Creator dashboard. Stream manager. I just want to see my poll. There we go. Current poll.
What I heard was, I just want to see my hole.
That's what mirrors are for. It's split 50-50 on Twitch with a grand total of 2 votes.
So what's our verdict?
Well, on YouTube, off the cuff relationship talk is winning at 47%. Another book is 40%, and random Reddit / blog post. The thing that would be easiest, of course, is 13%.
Okay.
So people don't want us to have an easy time of it.
Okay.
Ooh, that could be fun. Review the lyrics of love songs.
Yeah, so the kids...
Twitch now has 4 votes. It's still split 50-50.
The kids have been listening to I Love Rock and Roll by Pat Benatar.
Yeah.
And then I started actually listening to the lyrics. And I was like...
Yeah, there's a couple of like, should they be singing that?
Yeah, she was like, I knew he was only 17, but I was going to have him anyways. I'm like, oh, no.
Oh, Pat.
So then I had to like, looking up, okay, how old was she when she wrote this song?
The Twitch poll ended and another book won by 1 vote.
So what are we totaling for both?
Well, YouTube doesn't give me the exact numbers, but there are 15 votes total, so 47. Yeah, no, whatever it is on YouTube is.
Yeah. Well, what we could do is try the next episode with random advice, see how that goes, and if people are like, no, you guys suck, we could go try a book again. I don't know. Whatever the people want.
I Love Rock and Roll is Joan Jett, not Pat Benatar.
Oh, that's what I meant. But either way, I went to look up how old she was when she wrote that song to see if it was acceptable. I don't remember. I didn't get very far in that process because something else happened.
Sounds about normal. Alrighty, so thanks for joining us. Hopefully we'll figure something out for next week. it'll probably just be an off-the-cuff relationship advice. What should the topic be?
I don't know. If anybody wants to email Rhino,
Let's say news@vicerhino.com.
okay.
Because that's
If
my
they have anything that they
email
want to
address that I
hear
use
us
for the
talking
other thing.
about,
And I got to pay $20 a year for another email address if I want one. So no.
why would you pay $20 for another email address?
Well, if an @vicerhino.com email address I'd have to pay for.
Okay.
And I'm a professional. I'm not just going to have a Gmail for my professional podcast show.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
We could do Heidi does at rhino.com.
I'm not paying $20 for another email address.
Yeah, but mine's cool.
Apparently Mark Ferncop is listening to this in the vehicle with their child. No, we're not appropriate for children. Who's this 5-year-old in the backseat yelling at the geese? Go home, Canadians. That is cute.
Unless he drives like you, where like he's got his earbud in.
Yeah. Yep. Which I do sometimes because I listen to inappropriate things. Transparency mode. Got to keep it safe. I don't like have noise canceling headphones on while I'm driving because that would be fucking stupid.
Can I nap now?
Okay. We'll end the stream. What's our sign off? See you next Thursday.
See you next Thursday.
See you next Thursday. We'll hopefully have a topic to talk about.
We'll hopefully see you next
Kitsune's got the
Thursday.
wrong sign off. That's my Wednesday sign off. See you next Thursday is better because it spells the funny word. Cara Santa Maria used to work on a TV show where they kept trying to tell her that that's the sign off they wanted her to do was see you next Tuesday. And she had to explain it to them like 5 times before they stopped.
Who's that?
She's just got her PhD in psychology. She's on the Skeptic's Guide to the Universe. She's got that book that I want you to read.
What's the book again?
I forget what it's called.
Oh, good damn.
But it's the one
I
where
remember
it's the one where all the reviews are 5 stars and say Cara did 9/11.
What?
Because she goes on god awful movies and Eli does stuff like that where he'll be like, she's got a book out, everybody go review bomb it, give it 5 stars, but say that Cara did 9/11.
Oh.
And so when you look up her book on Amazon, it's like, even though Cara did 9/11, this was a good book. All right. See you next Thursday.